Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 19th City Council meeting. Plans for this year's street reconstruction program are moving forward. On Tuesday night, the City Council awarded contracts for the projects totaling nearly $10 million. Nearly 8 miles of streets will be redone this summer. There are more than 50 street segments, too many to list here, but you can find the full list by logging on to the city's website and clicking on agendas. The City Council approved a joint powers agreement with Anoka County for the construction of a trail extension in Bunker Hills. The 10-foot wide paved trail will connect the Bunker Hills Dog Park with the existing paved trail along Avocet Street. Construction is expected to take place this summer. The city will assume ongoing maintenance of the trail. Speaking of trails, the City Council awarded a contract for trail work at several local parks. Aspen Park will see trail reconstruction along with a new connection. Cardinal Woods Park will see trail reconstruction and the replacement of the basketball court. A section of trail at Wildwood Park will be relocated. Kennedy Park will see the tennis court replaced. Epiphany Ponds Park will have the basketball court replaced, and the basketball court at Mercy Park will also be replaced. And that's a quick recap of the April 19th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN YouTube channel.
What did this kid do? He went, "Coach!" right?
Coon Rapids DARE officer Brian Plotz led his students through the DARE decision-making model when faced with the question of being the help.
Is Bob breathing right now?
Today he's teaching a lesson on compression-only CPR.
What happens when we're pushing the chest down? What are we doing?
It's a life-saving skill which these fifth graders at Sand Creek Elementary School can use anytime, anywhere.
You think of something like doing CPR as this really scary thing, but you know, we make it fun and the kids love it.
Students got into the music with hands-on experience. Coon Rapids Police Captain John Stanky calls Officer Brian Plotz a superstar when it comes to working with students.
DARE is our #1 community outreach program. It's so important. It's so important for our DARE officers to get into the schools, to establish these relationships with the fifth graders.
Baby shark, do. Push as hard as you can, guys. Push as hard as you can. The goal here is at this age is to take the fear out of it, to take the stigma out of it, and to empower them to do something.
Call for help now.
So what should we do?
In addition to CPR training, Plotz showed the class how to use an AED.
Look at pictures on pads.
I think it's an excellent lesson for those kids.
Sand Creek principal Paul Anderson says his fifth graders have a greater appreciation for the police because of the DARE program.
Brian Platz is a great DARE officer. He brings fun and engaging lessons to our fifth grade. Fifth graders look forward to seeing him every single week because of just how exciting he makes those lessons.
Look, guys, if their heart's not beating and they're not breathing, what does that make them?
And if you know Officer Plotz, he never misses a chance to teach CPR to anyone for a heart-safe community.
If you haven't had a class, take one. It is so important. And if you want a good class, take mine. Plus, if you're a resident of Coon Rapids, my classes are free.
It's like a 37-year-old female is suffering from alcohol addiction. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, let's head over there.
Okay. Let's do that.
Officer Dan Freiberg has a new partner while patrolling the streets of Coon Rapids.
Officers are learning it's another tool in the box.
Amanda Tearway, an embedded mental health professional, responds to calls involving mental health, substance use, and homelessness. She also follows up on calls that happen on other shifts.
In some cases, Amanda's been able to help with finding them housing and follows up with them in regards to maybe any other issues that they don't want to share with the police department. Maybe they do have a drug addiction that they don't want to tell us because they're afraid of being in trouble, so they talk with Amanda about that.
Hi, this is Amanda. What we found was the best way to engage with people is at the time of crisis, at the time of the call.
The position, which is split between the Coon Rapids and Blaine Police Departments, is the first of its kind in Anoka County and is funded by a 2-year grant. Tearaway is employed by the nonprofit People Incorporated, a longtime community-based provider of mental health services.
Part of what I enjoy about this position is this really gives an opportunity for timely access to services. So what sometimes we find is people don't access resources either because they're not aware of them or they don't know how to engage with them.
Probably the biggest thing she brings to this is a passion.
Captain Bill Steiner says the Coon Rapids Police Department has had a number of really great success stories. He says Tearaway's ability to navigate the system and utilize resources is a real asset as 911 calls related to mental health continue to grow. In 2020, the department logged 540 calls related to mental health reports. That number jumped to 625 calls last year.
He'll have access to people who can get him into that system. And, I gave him my phone number and encouraged him to give me a call.
Steiner says officers on the streets have had an overwhelmingly positive response to the new partnership.
Probably the biggest, most consistent ask of the officers involved is, can we have this full time?
Officers, including Dan Freiberg, hope this is just the beginning of a long partnership. Currently, the position is only funded through March of 2023.
Yes, I absolutely support it. And the biggest thing is officers are learning that this is very helpful, and the program does need to continue.
Everyone really benefits when mental health is effectively understood, recognized, and treated.
From bath bombs and bar soap to body butter and laundry soap, a new shop in town has it all.
Buff City Soap! Yay!
On Wednesday afternoon, representatives from the Metro North Chamber of Commerce helped Buff City Soap celebrate its new location at the corner of Main Street and Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids.
It's actually been phenomenal.
The Coon Rapids store is one of the first 4 locations for Buff City Soap in Minnesota. The business was founded back in 2013 by a Tennessee couple who made plant-based products out of their garage. Today, it has blossomed into a multi-state franchise with hundreds of stores. The products are made right on site.
So you can come in and watch us make body butter, bar soap, any of our products on a daily basis.
So it's a fun environment and it just makes you feel good.
Jennifer Blyle is the Coon Rapids store manager and leads a team of 5 employees. She was new to the Twin Cities when the opportunity to become part of the expansion into Minnesota bubbled up.
The beginning of the process was learning how to make all the products. So we were in a different, we were all dressed up in protective garb and aprons and gloves and all that to take good care of the products that we make. And so that was a learning process. And then the next part of the process was setting up the store.
Laundry soap is their most popular product. In addition to all of the items, they also offer bar soap and bath bomb making parties.
We also cater to kids' birthday parties, so the little ones can come in and make bath bombs and take home. So their favorite is Fruity Loopy. So if your child has Fruity Loopy, they'll come out of the bathtub smelling like a Fruit Loop. So.
No matter your preferred smell, there's plenty of options to soak up at Buff City Soap.
Everybody's invited to come. We love, having new customers. We love having our repeat customers, which we've already got quite a few of, which is really nice.
Cleaning out all the discolored water, all the stagnant water from kind of over the winter.
An annual Rite of Spring is underway in Coon Rapids. On Monday, public works crews began flushing fire hydrants on the south side of Highway 10. This year, they are starting with the larger mains and working their way down to the neighborhood hydrants. Utility Superintendent Sean Nelson hopes the new directional flow process will keep discoloration to a minimum throughout the year.
They're a priority. They hold stagnant water, they hold discolored water, and that's where you get those bursts of discolored water that come into your tap or come into your home. And we're trying to get rid of that. So with going after those larger mains and really flushing those out appropriately, we're going to hopefully decrease that, and we'll decrease some of those concerns and those issues we have with that discolored water in the city.
In all, upwards of 1,700 hydrants will be flushed over the next 2 weeks. Residents may notice discolored water during the flushing process, but running your cold water helps, and it should clear up within a few days.
Inside Fire Station 1.
This is amazing. Like, I had no idea this was happening.
A pop-up barbershop took place Wednesday to shave heads in a show of solidarity for fellow firefighter Christian Warby.
I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in October of last year.
21 of Warby's firefighting family from the Coon Rapids Fire Department went under the clippers.
It's just one small gesture that we can do for Christian and his family, and just to let them know that we're there in spirit with them in this tough time.
It's just amazing to see the support of the fire community. They've all really come together and surrounded us as a family.
There you go. That's what feels good. That's kind of what you're looking for right here.
Warby, a career firefighter with Coon Rapids since 2014, will be away from his family for stem cell treatment at the Mayo Clinic.
The deal with multiple myeloma is, as things stand, unfortunately it's incurable, but it is very treatable.
Fire service, we're all brothers. So we know he's going to be going through a lot over the next few months, so we all wanted to shave our head for that.
Colleen will have to manage her son's 7-year-old Fletcher and 2-year-old Archer for the next 6 weeks.
We're offering Colleen and his family any support we can while he goes through this.
We're just kind of figuring out our new norm and figuring out our day-to-day.
I come from a culture with a lot of contact.
And so, with his extended firefighter family, all shaved, Christian knows they have his back.
I knew they were stepping up and supporting me, but just like this display of support, it's amazing.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 5th City Council meeting. A vacant building in Riverdale will soon be demolished to make way for a new development. On Tuesday night, the City Council approved the preliminary and final plat, which allows for the redevelopment of the Golden Corral site. Plans call for the demolition of the current building, which will be replaced with 2 new buildings that will house 3 businesses, 2 of those being chain restaurants. Mod Pizza will serve individual artesian-style pizzas along with salads. Cafe Zupa serves salads, soups, bowls, and sandwiches. The other tenant is Chapter Aesthetic Studio, which provides non-surgical and cosmetic treatments. The intersection in front of Mercy Hospital will soon get a new traffic signal. This week, the City Council approved a joint powers agreement with Anoka County for the improvements at Blackfoot Street and Coon Rapids Boulevard. In addition to a new light, improvements will be made to the pedestrian curb ramps and sidewalk connections to meet ADA standards. The new traffic signal will also have flashing yellow left turn arrows. His face is familiar, but he has a new role with the Coon Rapids Police Department.
I, Jack Johnson,
do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Jack Johnson was sworn in as the city's newest police officer on Tuesday night. He was hired by the department as a community service officer back in 2018 and promoted to a police officer trainee last November. His mom pinned on his new police badge, which is number 183. Congratulations to Officer Johnson. And that's a quick recap of the April 5th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN YouTube channel.